Good afternoon, YouTube. So as you can see, I took the decals out of my Tacoma. I washed her up. Unfortunately, I am going to put her up for sale. So I've had this truck for a little bit over 2 years. I upgraded all of the light systems. I added new fog lights. I got the TRD grill, switched out all the lights, the front and back lights, fog lights. I did get the Yokohama Geolandar all-terrain tires, so they have about like 80% of life, I would say. So again, I bought this as a work truck, and that's what it was meant to do. So you can see the back, and you can see that I hit it with the ladder, so I'm freaking mad at myself for doing that. It's a 2008 Toyota Tacoma, and again, I bought it because it was going to be my work truck, and it has been my work truck for the past 2 years, and it's gotten me to the point where I am now. And before this, I was using my Toyota Corolla 2016 to haul my stuff, and it would haul my John Deere riding lawnmower, the X350. And eventually I outgrew my Corolla, and I was like, I need a truck. So I bought this Tacoma. It's a 2008 2.7 liter engine truck. So it is a small truck. And if I'm not towing, I'm getting anywhere from like 18 to 23 miles per gallon. And if I'm towing, I'm getting 15 miles per gallon, which is still pretty good. But I was going to buy a new truck at the beginning of the year. And, due to me going full time, not really knowing the future, and then having a newborn baby girl on the way, I just didn't want to do that jump, like really get into debt or spend a lot of money on a new car or new truck that I didn't really need at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm just going to keep using the Tacoma, and then either by the end of the year or next year, I'm going to buy a bigger truck, just because I already knew that as I keep growing, I'm gonna need a bigger truck, something that can tow better. This Tacoma hasn't really given me any issues, to be honest. Just a regular maintenance, brakes. I did have to do work on the transmission once because there was an oil leak, so that was like about $1,000. But other than that, for 2 years, like I've done very, I haven't really spent that much money on it. Reliable truck. When you go Toyota, you can't really complain because you're getting good quality. And I'm actually glad that I started with this Tacoma, because Tacomas or Toyota in general, they keep their resale value or their value. They're able to hold their prices pretty good, just because you're paying for what you're getting. But I did get a new truck, so now I got to sell this truck because I don't need it anymore. And then I'm able to put whatever money I'm gonna get from this truck back into my savings. So on Kelley Blue Book, Tacoma this year goes anywhere from 75 to 95, I believe. So I'm going to put it up for sale for 85, and then anywhere from 7 to 8 is a sweet spot. I'll sell it. I'm not in a rush to sell it. I don't need the money like that. I'm not in. It's not a 911 situation where I need to sell it. But I can go over everything that I've done. So I think it's called like the spider lights. So front lights, rear lights. All the lights together were probably like $3,000 with installation, which is expensive. But I'm very happy how it came out. Or not $3,000, maybe $2,000. I did get, as you can hear the truck, I did get a dual exhaust system. So here's one, and I'll show you the other side. MagnaFlow. When I went to go get a new exhaust, I told the guy I wanted something subtle, nothing too crazy. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, would you like a dual exhaust? I was like, sure. And it's a really loud truck. So I know some guys like it. Me personally, it's a little bit too loud for me. So I'm kind of relieved that I don't have to drive this thing, just because it's not like crazy loud, but it is like, it does, if people are walking, they'll turn around and be like, oh, whose car is that, or whose truck is that? And then it's this little Tacoma. But it is what it is. I know some guys go for it or whatnot. I didn't mind it. Like, it sounds good. It sounds aggressive. But again, I wouldn't do it again. The toolbox was like $500. So the exhaust system was $800, toolbox $500, Yokohama tires for 4. I think I spent like $600 on the tires. And they look good. Like, you know, this Tacoma looks aggressive. So, damn. It looks good for 2008. So I know it's gonna, you know, these trucks are meant to be for work and whatnot, but I felt good driving around with this truck. But I outgrew it, given it's a 2.7 liter engine, V4. It wasn't struggling to tow what I'm using right now, but I knew as I continue to grow, I'm going to need a bigger truck. And I'm one of those persons that buy once, cry once. So the new truck that I got, which I'll show you guys, marks everything off. So I think in my next video, I'll show you guys my new work truck. But for now, we'll see. I'll give you guys an update when I do sell it, how much I got for it. But again, if I get $7,000 for it, I'll be happy. Miles, it has 134,000. So, and you know, this truck will easily last like 200, 250, sometimes a little bit more depending on the maintenance and how well you take care of it. So again, it's giving me 0 issues. I am a little bummed that I do have to sell it because, you know, this elevated my business to the next level and it got me to where I am now. And just like the Corolla, you know, it's like there's no need for it. As much as there is some sentimental attachments to these things, you have to let them go, because business wise, you know, I'd rather have those $7,000-8,000 in my savings in case something happens, or if I need to invest in something else. I'll have it ready to go. I'll post it, this just sitting in my driveway where I drive it once or twice a week, if that, maybe 4 times a month. So it's like, does that really make sense? No, it doesn't. And then I would have to do, keep paying the registration every year, insurance and everything. So it sucks, but at least, you know, I can always come back to this video and kind of like look at it and remember where I started. And the truck that I got now, I'm gonna keep this truck for minimum 5 years, minimum. Anywhere from 5 to 10 years. But honestly, I see that truck as a work truck for the rest of Wheezy Weeds. And that's what you have to go with that type of, you have to go into your business with that type of mindset where you're like, okay, just save up a little bit more, get something that you're going to be proud of driving or using. It's going to be a little bit more. So just, you know, my sacrifice was I used this truck for a whole year, which, you know, I get antsy like everyone else. I wanted a new truck at the beginning of the year, but from a financial standpoint, it didn't make sense to buy a new truck, get into debt with, again, me going full-time for the first year, having a baby on the way, my wife not really working. So like, you know, I'm just gonna suck it up and keep using the Tacoma. And I've been using it, you know, season's almost over. And the new truck that I got, I couldn't really pass up on it because of the great deal that I got. So as you can see, some of the bad things about this truck is that the paint's starting to chip off. And when I got it, it seemed the guy who sold it to me just painted it himself or took it to a cheap body shop. So you can see all the, you know, all the paint's peeling off. So, which is going to affect the value. So again, Kelley Blue Book said $7,000 to $9,500. So I'm okay with $7,000. So you can see here like this. Good luck trying to take that off. A little bit of rust. So again, it's a work truck, has a few dings, which I'll put, you know, I'm taking pictures and I'm going to be very transparent with whoever does buy the truck. But again, it's a work truck. Has, if you want a reliable work truck that's not going to break down on you, that is always going to start, heater, AC works, it's great on gas. You can fit 4 people. I don't know if they'll be comfortable, but you can fit 4 people in there. This is the truck for you. You know, go with a Tacoma. If you are thinking of using a Tacoma for your lawn care business, I would say go with the V6, not a V4, because again, it's not really strong. But the towing capacity on this, I believe, is anywhere from like 2,500 to 3,000. And my setup, I would say, is 2,000. So it doesn't struggle, but you could definitely, it doesn't struggle, but you can definitely feel that you're towing something heavy behind you. But yeah, you know, it sucks, but it's a love and hate relationship. Like, I'm happy that I'm selling it because I keep growing, but it sucks that I am going to sell it because it does hold a special place in my heart. And I'm not like an emotional guy, I'm Mexican, our background is, very like macho stance. We don't really show our emotions, but as you grow older, you can't really fight these feelings. So, but anyways, it does mean a lot to me, and it does suck that I am going to get rid of it. But anyways, like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Peace.